Hello, I'm Emma Hammett from First Aid for Pets, and today I'm going to talk to you about diabetes in pets, in particular in dogs and cats. Pets can get diabetes just like humans. They can get type 1 and type 2, if you've heard of those forms of diabetes, and it's one of the most common hormonal diseases in dogs. And interesting, 70% of the dogs diagnosed are female. It's predominantly diagnosed in dogs aged over 18 months, but the majority of the time it's slightly older dogs aged between 7 and 10 that tend to get diabetes. With cats it's far less common and it's more difficult to control and regulate. But cats can be diagnosed at any age, but most of them again are a little bit older, over the age of 6. Now what diabetes is insufficient or ineffective insulin, which means that they cannot metabolize their sugars. You may say, well, we're not giving them sugar, but actually it's a byproduct of breaking down their food, and it can make them very ill. So one of the initial signs that might indicate that your pet is suffering some diabetes is that they may start weeing more often than usual. And also, if they have urgency for weeing, it may mean that they start soiling inside and you end up with puddles that you haven't had before. Glucose draws the water through, and it makes them both more thirsty and wee more. It does the same in humans, but it does the same in pets. So an insatiable thirst is another sign. Increased hunger, but along with that increased hunger, they are losing weight. And they start looking a bit run down. So their coat might lose its shine and they just don't look very well and they get a bit lethargic. Get them checked out by the vet, get them checked out quickly. They will do a blood test and they will diagnose, or if they diagnose, it will show raised sugar levels, and they will diagnose diabetes. If they diagnose diabetes, depending on the type of diabetes that they get, they will prescribe that you might need to give them regular insulin injections, daily insulin injections, and they will also advise on a very specific diet. And you need to be very careful not to give or be tempted to give them tidbits from your plate because it can make them very ill. And uncontrolled diabetes has long-term side effects. It's very serious for humans, dogs and cats. It can lead to repeated urinary tract infections. It can cause cataracts. It can affect their whole body system. And it can also cause teeth decay. So really important that you diagnose them quickly, that you get advice to control the diabetes, and that you help to keep the sugar levels normal, and then hopefully your dog will have a long and healthy life. I hope that's helpful. That's Emma Hammett from First Aid for Pets.